Jersey Central with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:37. It's a Monday morning. Welcome into Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Coming up in this half hour of the show, your need-to-know things. We'll share with you some cool sort of need-to-know things you could share with your coworkers and maybe a carpool. You want to impress them with some interesting facts, so we'll share some stuff with you. We'll also have another contest coming up. I've got your first chance to win some tickets to A Taste of Middlesex. Yep, it's back at the Pines Manor in Edison this coming Monday night, 1 week from tonight, hosted by WCTC, and you will have a chance to join me for one of the real fun nights. You get to try out some delicious creations by the restaurants, the hotels, the beverage distributors are there, and it's all for a great cause to benefit Elijah's Promise. And your first chance to win a free pair of tickets comes up a little bit later on in this half hour. Let's get to the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline and welcome in our special guest who is here. This is an interesting young lady who I met at a job fair a couple weeks ago. WCTC was at a job fair at Centenary College in Hackettstown, and I had a chance to meet this very special young lady who works with kids around the state of New Jersey, and she does such good work with them. I wanted to give her a chance to come on the show today and talk about what she does. So let's say hello to Crystal Kruse, who is with us here on WCTC today. Crystal, hi, it's Bert Barron. How you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for having me on the air.
Honored to have you on the show today. Thank you so much. Now, you're from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, right? You're from
Yes,
New Jersey?
Yes, I'm from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey.
Very cool. And talk about yourself, Crystal. What is your story that you could share today and how you're helping young people?
Sure. So my name is Crystal Kruse, and I'm proud to say that I have two learning differences. My first learning difference is slow processing speed, which means it takes me a bit to understand and interpret what I'm learning. My second learning difference is reading comprehension, which means when I'm reading a book or paragraph, it is often hard for me to analyze what is in the text. I was diagnosed with these learning differences in the second grade, and my journey of learning continued to be challenging, but that did not stop me from achieving my goals. I had a lot of people tell me that I would never succeed in life. I learned that the true difficulty is people undermining me what I can and cannot do, but I proved them wrong. I developed the motivation and determination to move forward and not care what others think.
Good for you. And you mean people told you that you would never be able to learn and never be able to read and never be able to succeed? People actually told you that when you were growing up?
Yes, I was actually bullied in high school.
That's terrible.
Due to my learning differences, and that shut me down completely. But I knew I had to move forward and get the motivation and determination to move on for my life, to better for myself, to achieve what I want to do.
Good for you. And I bet when people said, well, Crystal, you'll never do this, or Crystal, you'll never do that, it probably just motivated you to work that much harder, right?
Right. And I actually created a Facebook group to motivate others and to share my story on how I achieved my dreams with my learning differences.
Good for you. What do you usually hear with you work with young people and you try to help them kind of overcome what you've been able to overcome, right?
Well, on my Facebook group, I have around 3,000 followers.
Wow.
And it is a live group so that I have people posting all the time. And some are inspirational, some have stories that they have been through, and some are similar to mine. And some are asking me for advice because either they have a learning difference or their family member or they know someone going through the same thing.
And it seems like, you know what, the first thing you have to do, Crystal, and maybe you went through this when you were growing up, is the first thing people have to do is recognize that there's some sort of issue here. But if you work with her and let her learn at her own pace and let her absorb whatever she's reading at the speed that she can do it, there's no reason why she can't learn just as much as everybody else, right? Did you encounter that also?
Of course I did. And, I wasn't given the opportunity at a younger age to sit down and say, hey, this is how I learn, instead of society and societal norms being thrown at me and what is expected.
Well, good for you, and I'm real proud of what you've been able to accomplish to this point in your life. And you've got a brilliant, great future ahead of you, Crystal. You really do, and
Thank
you've
you.
worked so hard to achieve what you've been able to achieve so far. And the sky is really the limit for you. And I'd like to think that anybody that is facing similar circumstances as you could also be as successful.
Of course.
They could, right?
And yes. And my Facebook group, if anybody likes to follow, is
Hmm.
follow Crystal Cruz. Yes, you can work around your learning differences.
Okay, I'm going to put a link up
And,
on our Facebook page of your page. All right.
okay, thank you so much.
I will do that for you. And it's so bizarre, Crystal. I was looking on Facebook this morning, and somebody had posted a video of all these great people who were met with obstacles or challenges early on in
Mhm.
life and went on to do great things. They talked about, Michael Jordan being cut from his high school basketball team. Some record
Uh-huh.
producer telling the Beatles that you guys have no future. You guys aren't even good musicians. And they went on, of course, to become the most commercially successful music group of all time. But you know what? When you start believing naysayers and people
Right.
telling you bad things, you know what? You have to just realize it's their opinion, and
Right.
and you can overcome that, and you can move on from that, right?
I believe everybody has a challenge or obstacle that they struggle in life, and it's not just people with learning differences. Everybody struggles with something.
You're right, and you
And
are an
we,
inspiration to prove that you know what mountains are meant to be climbed and overcome, right?
of course,
And you're on Twitter. Follow Crystal K. Is that where people can follow you on
yes,
Twitter, right?
follow Crystal K.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm going to put your Facebook link on our page, Crystal, and
Okay.
keep doing what you're doing. You're a very inspiring young lady. All right, and
Well, this
you're gonna.
radio show has inspired me greatly, so thank you so much.
There you go. Well, I try to inspire people too. So keep up the amazing work, Crystal, and we'll talk to you again down the road sometime. All right.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All my pleasure, and thank you for making yourself available. All right, Crystal Cruz, a very inspirational young lady. I will share her Facebook group page on our page. You can get some more information. Maybe you have a child who's going through something similar, and maybe they need a little bit of motivation or a little extra inspiration to maybe achieve something they're trying to do in their life. Crystal can absolutely help, and I'm going to share her information on our Facebook page momentarily. She was my guest on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline. Raritan Bay Medical Center, the home of 3D mammography, 40% more accurate than traditional mammography, reducing the number of callbacks for further testing. But remember the name, Crystal Cruz, Kruse, and I will share the Facebook link with her on our Facebook.